Revolution will not be televised, but we sit a televised now. May I tell you, Gil Scott Heron, man, one great poet, and I want to tell you, when we listen to it, I remember Larry McDonald, the first person ever create music around my poem. Larry McDonald, I have a band named Truth, Larry McDonald and Truth. And he was the first person who ever performed with a musical instrument, one of the great percussionists, Jamaican percussionists. To me, one of the greatest percussionists coming out of Jamaica. And ironically, from one poet to the next poet, Larry McDonald used to play drums behind my poems, and then he ended up a play with Gil Scott Heron, and I tour with Gil Scott Heron. So we get nostalgic. I remember Gil Scott Heron. And we also want to heal up Larry McDonald, anyway, I'm there. Anybody who know Larry McDonald, tell him say MUTABARUKA heal him up. As one of the first man to really put drumming behind my poems, and also feature in a band, Larry McDonald and Truth. You know, Larry McDonald used to play with Boris Gardner too. Yeah. Boris Gardner happening. Boris Gardner happening. Used to play all over the place. Flamingo Hotel and all them places. So why you look Boris Gardner, you know? Yes, the man there, trust me, them balladeer, them is a balladeer at its highest level. One of the biggest tunes them I want to wake up with you. But I tell you, all over the world you go, you see it per CD. I wonder if you might get money for it. But so why you look Boris Gardner, who Larry McDonald used to play with him, and then Larry McDonald started to play drums in his own band and include MUTABARUKA in it, and then end up a play with Gil Scott Heron, the next poet. So we love Gil Scott. Why you love this bridge, you know we're going to play next, because we have the opportunity to travel with him, go to Africa the other day, and come back. It's weird that when you know artists, and it's the funniest thing, you know, and not the funniest, but the funniest thing is when artists left Jamaica and the whole of we travel upon the same flight and go some far distance. You don't believe, say, we're living at the same house, because this next bridge, you know, we're going to play, you know, is the first I really travel with him. And when I say travel with him, I mean like, yeah, him sit down over there, so and me sit down over here, so come off of the plane, said way, and go see him way. I will come forward to Jamaica, said way. We're talking about none other than Uri. Uri, why you love Uri? Anyway, anybody here know Uri, tell Uri, say MUTABARUKA, heal him up. And it was a pleasure and an honor to travel with the eye to Africa and come forward. And me I tell you, say, Uri, sure, you never see, you know, as a certain artist outside of Jamaica and see how people react. Because Uri do one tune when me don't know that tune at all. It not in us John Holt wake the town and tell the people, it no none of the tune them. One tune them do, me don't know where the African them know that the tune them from, because me don't know the tune, and the first me I hear the tune, and when Uri start the tune, the place nearly tear down. Play this tune now. We are playing this tune now by Uri. You know, say hardly nobody know this tune now. It's not this tune I'm that do silly though. It's not this tune I'm that do, right? That's why you know Bravo, you know. Hey Bravo, you know, he's, you know, you see when Bravo do engineering, man. The man was Uri engineer in Africa there, may I tell you, man. Excellent engineering. Excellent engineering. You know, one time Uri was one of the most popular artists in the West Africa there. Well, but people don't know that, you know. Yeah, Nigeria, Ghana, and all them places. He was one of the biggest, well-known Jamaican artists on the side of the world. You know, when we talk about big, we talk about big. You understand? 150 million people in Nigeria. 150 million people. If you sell a million records, it come like you don't sell nothing. Not to mention the bandulo. We are going down there. First time them bandulo cassette is a sin. If you see how the man them tape the cassette them, you know. Yeah, man, we go to the market and I look for CD, African CD. I see the man them run up Jamaican cassette, Dennis Brown and Eric Donaldson. First time, you know, you can't run a cassette. You can't tape a cassette by just turning on the speaker on the cassette and run the cassette. You know, the man, they don't put one cassette in front of the other cassette. And then tape the cassette. So, you buy the cassette and you listen to the music. You hear all of the market sound. You hear all the market sound on the cassette. But people, they have no business with that. They just want to hear the artist from Jamaica. Believe you me, that was really funny when I see that. This is the Cutting Edge on RFM on next Wednesday. We give thanks to the moment. You know, we have a bridge and I go interview you tonight where you go wonder where him did there. You understand? A serious thing, you know. You go wonder where him did there. You know, say the festival them a come up, Reggae Sumfest. There again, we, you know. And we have to big up Reggae Sumfest because it's hardly any more reggae festival in a Jamaica. You want to look on the reggae guide by your internet and see how much reggae festival are going to go on between now and August. So when we see one reggae festival gone the other day, which is Rebel Salute, and now we see Reggae Sumfest again in a July, I think a July, when it's July, somewhere in a July the 20th there. We have to big up these festivals, you know. We have to big them up. We have to make sure that these festivals survive. Yes, because we can't just look on festival of friends and when you want the artists, then you can't get them because they have to go eat food out the road. You know, see, so America, especially on the West Coast and Europe, is where call for the artists them. So sometimes you hear so you can't see an artist at Jamaica, or Europe him gone, or America, especially them time of year, yeah. Almia, if nobody hear, nobody play the music them. Sometime all weekend you don't know say me gone and come back all Monday, Tuesday. Left you all Friday and come back all Tuesday. If you cut it again and say not one sound that it go away. God has some far place too, believe you me. You're flying, you left you all Friday, you reach Saturday night. I do the show Sunday and come back Tuesday. But really and truly, Reggae Sumfest is something that we should have hold on right now. Because it a go a long time, you know. It a go a long time. But as we are saying, it survived this time. So now it have new management or whatsoever, new owner. We really have to really put out the effort for really support these festivals. Rebel Salute. We have to support Rebel Salute. We have to support Rebel Salute. You understand? So, I don't know how much more festival left in Jamaica. I mean, known festival where people fly come long and far. Apart from the whole heap dance, this and DMX thing, them are going around the place. You know, no more reggae festival we are talking about. So, we want to yell up the promoters for Reggae Sumfest happening in Montego Bay. And we are telling people them, support the reggae festival them, because really and truly, we can't ball about why people are come tea for this and why people are come tea for that, and then when it keep long, so we don't support it. We have to support these things. But also I'll tell you about the 1st of July, which is Reggae Day. We want to up Andrea Davis to go through that year in, year out, year in, through the thick, through the thin, through the rain and through the storm, through the sun and through the dark. She still hold on and recognize importance. So this year, she said she have featured dub. And I tell Andrea, you know, Andrea, you're a spoiled picnic, you know. Like years ago, I tell you, say, why you not start do a dub thing? So many people that talk about dub, no, and I dub that. And when I talk about dub, and a dub, that dub, no, and a soul, me say dub is like where the brethren who we're going to interview tonight. You understand? We're going to interview the brethren tonight, are one of the architects of dub music. When I said architect now is, dub music is when the engineer become the artist, you know. I hope people will recognize that, you know. Dub music is not a man say a sound, that is special. And so we know it. We know say when a sound system name big up on a tune, you call that special. That means that him alone can play it. But really and truly, nowadays you don't really have no special because one artist I make call 50 special for 50 different art, 50 different sound systems. So you know not special I go now. You have to go for some dead artists now. If you have a special. So me you say them call that dub now. But dub I like where King Tubby's and Lee Scratch Perry and Augustus Pablo and Mad Professor and Scientist and all of them man there used to make. You call it dub music where the engineer become the artist, where the engineer sit down around the engineer, the board and create a different sound in the music. That's why you see all techno and all the music there. The music they derive from dub music. So we have a feature a bridging tonight where I know a long time I will people don't hear from him. So why you put your ears close to the radio. Because most of the young people them right now don't even know this bridging here. Yet till this bridging as we have said one of the architects of what you listen to now. And when we say what you listen to now, we talk about the evolution of dub music into techno and rave and all of the other residues of music will come from our Jamaican music. And you have dub festival. Last year we go to one dub festival in Austria. Can you believe that? 4 days. A pure sound system. I play a pure dub. When I say dub, I not talk about popular tune like Bob Marley and Chronics and whosoever else you can find us on. You know. We are talking about hardcore dub music, 4 days. That means that when my time to play a dub music, we are playing. Yeah, that's hardcore. Nowadays, people don't know about dub again. But foreigner, white people, we are talking about now. Make festival. We want to heal up the youth them in Austria. Yes, we want the youth them in Austria who keep that festival every year. Rise and Shine Festival in Austria. And when them say dub, they mean dub. And you have them kind of festival, they all over Europe every year. Festival, you think you can have festival, dub festival in Jamaica? Nobody now come there, so you have to keep that in a little club. You have to keep a dub festival in a club. Festival, I talk about festival with like 15, 20,000 people, 10,000 people. I enjoy pure dub from Jamaica, Scientists, King Tubby's, Augustus Pablo. You know, I mean, Lee Scratch Perry. But as I say, we take this thing up a joke. Because now me see where I go on in the music industry and now man a scratch up man car and man a talk about one dreadlocks man with big belly. Me I wonder if I mean that talk about. But me Friday like me never there New, me never there Florida. Me? Wait, you there? Aye. No, me hear them describe the person who when name Conscience. Conscience have one green car anyway. Him come outside, come see a scratch, and he was told that is a dreadlocks with big belly. I walk with entourage. I mean, I say, wait, when me reach a Florida, I mean, my talk, you know, dreadlocks, big belly, and well, the entourage thing, me don't know what the entourage thing. Because when me I go to a pure woman, me go to it. Yeah, me no want to help a man and walk behind me laga and give people problem. When a man see you come in with all 3-4 woman and your wife there too, him respect you. You understand what I mean, mama? Him respect you. This is my wife and say her friends and my friend, you know, they see have 4 women that come in, them no want to charge you. Them no want, but when them have all 20 man that walk behind you now, the man them get nervous and bummy. And them don't want to let in the artist neither. Because the artist come in, everybody are pushed on the man gate. Some don't know this dread now with big belly. Them people are not easy, no Rasta. Them not easy. Then now you hear say next DJ now charged for murder again. And then, I mean, like, it's where I go out of the music industry. You hear a next DJ now threaten one daughter, say she can't do certain tune on stage. And the list just goes on and on and on and on and on and on. Anyway, this is the cutting edge on IRFM. As I said, they say that the city of Johannesburg is built on the gold mines. Believe you me, and the diamond mines. There was a residue of gold. No, so much people ever see that. Just residues of gold. You can't come out of Africa with no diamond, you know. If they catch you with the diamond in your bag, you know, you got a jail. Believe you me. But you have enough gold, abandoned gold mine down the way. When you're going at them, you know, you still at say diamond in there, you know. Yeah, you have diamond mine down the way if you're going there. Abandoned diamond mine. Can't care what them do, you know. And them dig and dig and dig out all of the diamond out there. If you search good enough, you will find diamonds in there. Yes. Yeah, brethren, we're going there and find diamond in there. I tell you, big diamond too. Anyway, you know, we was at the Poetry Festival in Treasure Beach this weekend. Yeah. I tell you, it was wonderful. Wonderful. We love it. We love the festival, and we did this poem without music, and we want to play this poem for Ivan Golson in Montego Bay. Anyway, she there. Anyway, nobody know which part Ivan tell her I'm turn on the radio. Because we're going to play this tune. So she love the poem, and we're going to play it for her with the music. How we do it. This poem is dedicated to Lucky Dube, a South African artist who used reggae as a weapon of revolution, was killed in Johannesburg. 5 men hijacked him car and kill him, shot him. We are told that when them found out that it was him, them turning themselves to the police. Lucky Dube, I'm a brethren. At 3 times come to Jamaica, come perform. He performed 4 times in Jamaica, but at 3 times he come here. The last time he come here, 2 times he perform. One in the Trelawney, a sports place there, and one round a Ligany, that's all, round a New Kingston. And 2 times on Sunsplash. I'm a brethren, and we make this poem here, livicated it to Lucky Dube. Yeah, tribute to Lucky Dube, but you know, Lucky Dube did have a band named Slave. And when them ask him, why you call your band Slave? Him say, we are all slaves until Africa and Africans are free. This is the cutting edge on IRFM. We was talking about July the 1st when we tell you so we have a brethren for interview, yeah, and Andrea Davis, who is the person in front of the reggae day, is really livicating this year to dub music. Would I hope say somebody would have it in them heart for really recognize the power of dub. Because we hear some youth talk about dub still, you know, but I don't really dub them a play. You understand? Them just label the thing dub, but I don't really dub them play. Them mostly play like roots reggae. You understand? Roots reggae music. Conscious reggae music. You know, but when we are talking about dub, we are going to play some dub music for you. You know, we have been playing dub on this program here for years. And we always tell you, so when we play the dub, must balance up your speaker, because the music have a bus speaker box, you understand? So at 11, we're going to interview the brethren. We want to tell you about celebration of Leonard Howell's birthday, 190th birthday, screening of The First Rasta, directed by Ellen Lee, 6 p.m. Thursday, June the 15th, at the multifunctional room, UW Mona. That is the 119th birthday of Leonard Howell, with the first Rasta, directed by Ellen Lee. I think it's a French lady do this. First Rasta vibes, yeah. All right, so you have to say no. We're not gonna forget, you know. When you think nobody not gonna make me forget, you know. We want to pay condolences to Anita, sister, beautiful sister in the Rastafari community who passed away. I mean, I tell you, you know, we hear that she get a stroke in the area, and then we hear she succumbed to certain ailments that she had. So why, you know, Anita, you know, yes, and all the ones them who was touched by her warmth, yes, I find her to be a very warm sister. Anita, living in Montego Bay, passed away. If we did forget that, I'd cry if I did forget that, and tomorrow come and I never remember. I'd have got a ball, believe you me, if I never remember. She was such a nice sister, boy, I tell you. Anyway, we keep the journey. We keep it going, keep it moving. Cutting edge, IRFM. Them say, man smart, what guess what, woman smarter. This is our next virgin who parents come from St. Anne. All our parents them come from St. Anne. And them used to go to school in Jamaica too. And now him is one of the icons of the civil rights movement in America. Arabella Fante. Dub music, and this we call dub music. Where we hear people call dub music, not special. Where them call man sound system in our music, a special we call that. This is what we call dub music. When the engineer become the artist. If you think the engineer can't be artist, you make a sad mistake. We have on the line one of the greatest artist engineer. Hail up scientists.
Hail up Muta, long time.
I tell you a long time we not talk to you. California, you there?
Yeah, man, California. The last time I see you came to California, you did a show on that.
He was the engineer.
Yes.
All right, now. You know we call you because the sister named Andrea Davis is featuring dub music as a part of the Reggae Day celebration. Every 1st of July, for years now, she has this Reggae Day. So we really have fall in line with it and say, we have to really rise up the vibes of dub music. And you is one of the man them who we know is one of the greatest mixer them who become artists through dub music.
Yes.
So tell the people them, like, how long ago this was and who was your mentor? Who you really, how you get into this thing for just do dub? I mean, we know say you mix other tune, but for actually be an artist in your own right, like you are Roots Radix now make tune together, dub music. Tell me how it work out. How it go?
Well, it first started by me was going to Tubby's where you first met me as I was doing technician work, fixing TV, and I was telling actually made Tubby's a bet that I could go around here and mix, and he didn't want to go around me to go on there and mix till he eventually let me do it, and that was my first starting when you met me there at Tubby's where I mixed those dub albums.
Yeah, so the dub album that you have, it was like your album, not like you are an artist or something, but it was scientist album, scientist in dub.
My album sell more than the tracks them that it came from. Like for example, the Barrington Levy, and the Michael Prophet. We are the same tracks, but when I get to find out, my albums turn on people like Barrington Levy and the rest of them. They start listening to dub first before they listen to reggae.
Yeah. All right. So how it works? Tell me what is it that differentiate dub from a version differently? What is the difference between like a man that say this is a dub music? Like when me are playing now supposed to be you scientists with Roots Radix dub music. Tell me what differentiate it?
Well, the difference is version, as you know it. They used to put version on the back of the singing side, and it was just exactly the way how the musicians played it.
Yeah.
And what dub is a recomposition or recomposing the existing song into a new sound recording, which the engineer, the person who created that new sound recording, becomes both the author and the owner.
Yeah, so you are the artist there now. You're the artist.
Yeah, well, yeah, in dub, the engineer is the artist.
Yes.
Producers can't make dub.
Yeah.
Musicians and them one can't make dub. And the only person that are the first people to start to make dub was like King Tubby, like myself. The engineer, yes, they become the artist. And make no mistake about this. People need to know these things. King Tubby's and dub music first started using the recording console as an instrument to make music. Without dub, the other genres wouldn't exist because it was dub first, then hip hop, and all the other genres afterwards. And dub and reggae has a huge influence on all the different genres that they don't want to talk about. Dub and reggae is way harder than R&B or the whatever pop artists. It's way harder. When I hear what they're doing in R&B, that's just elementary to me. Because and the hip hop, all that stuff came out of dub and reggae.
Yeah, and I realized that even the quickening of the dub to what they call techno. You'd agree, say techno is like the quickening of like you are scratch or that door. To the music, them just quickly.
Of course it is. All of that stuff came after dub.
Yeah.
Don't make anybody fool you. Look here. Reggae is the hardest music to engineer. Not rock and roll, not pop, none of the other genres. This is why Muta, when you find these guys working on these big rock and roll people and blah, 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 when they come to reggae, it's like they've gone back to kindergarten because it shows up all their weakness. If it was for reggae and dub, like I hear you talking about, you better have good speakers. If it was for reggae and dub, the people who manufacture amplifiers and speakers would not be able to develop and manufacture the type of speaker system that they have. Why? Because the other genres doesn't supply or doesn't produce the frequency response that the engineers can actually develop the fault data to know how to make the product better.
Yeah, you know, I always when I go to a festival, I watch white people dance, and I must say, why white people dance out of tune? And I realize we are dance at the bottom, and them are dance from the guitar from the top. So when them are dance,
Yes, I observed that myself. When I ask them what you listen to when you're dancing, exactly right, they're listening to the melody of the guitar.
The guitar,
Yeah, and the strings and all of that, and they have a completely different rhythm. Yeah. Now, what caused that? What caused that is because most of them grew up listening to rock and roll, and that's the featured instrument. So they naturally gravitate to start listening that first.
And we are listening to the bass, the heartbeat, like the drum. So we are move slower and timely, while them are move faster and quick.
Well, make no mistake. If it was for reggae, the world would know about bass into music.
Yes.
Because when you listen to the other genres, the bass still light. The only one that kind of come close now is hip hop. And where hip hop came from, a direct cousin of reggae.
From Jamaica, yes.
Yes, and so you say, hey, look here, Muta. This program here is very important because a lot of people, they have an interest to keep things twisted. And by the time you know it, you're going to hear that dub was invented in Washington, D.C. because they're going to want to rewrite the books. They don't want to give us any credit. Like I'm hearing, Muta, that you see the hard body guitar that you have. right? That is all this rock. I hear that a Jamaican guy invented it, but it's like they don't want to give us any credit for anything we do. The same kind of back from master mentality, and then even have some of the people them fool that when them see these individuals come to Jamaica and come. I live in America here amongst them, and some of them they don't even have money to pay their next rent, and then come to Jamaica and they present themselves like them is big this, and then the guys them don't really understand what them have, and as them see a certain type of people who look different from them willing to bow down and give them everything.
You know them call we licky. Them call we licky.
Yes,
no, that's serious thing, and this is not no jive thing, you know. Some people come from France the other day and want to do certain things, and them say, you can't get the artists them at Jamaica anything because them licky.
It's true. They come there with that mentality. Yeah. People like me and you, Muta, they don't want to deal with us because you see, we can smell them from afar, and they we don't see them as anything. We know that they're coming to try to pimp us. And by the time you know it, if it wasn't for shows like what you do, you're going to hear that dub was invented in Washington, D.C. by Dr. Dred, Gary Hamilton, or somebody else other than the people who invented it. This is what history shows us all the while. Everybody else always end up having our things but us.
Yeah. And you know, in a Europe, can know you travel to with your vibes. You have a whole heap of dub festivals in Europe that feature the music like what we just play a while ago. Like when we put on like, you know the weirdest thing? You put on a Lee Scratch dub and the white people them didn't know says Lee Scratch. You put on a scientist dub and them know says science. They put on a Mad Professor dub and them know says Mad Professor. In a Jamaica, nobody know who the hell is scientist, who the hell is Mad Professor, who the hell is Lee Scratch, unless Lee Scratch go out with certain antics and everybody say, oh, at least scratch that. But the youth,
well, again, here is what, man, I hear Lydie Coxon say, and he's 100% right. They mash up the music business in Jamaica. Don't come from everywhere else but Jamaica. And they don't understand the importance, because guess what? The dub, anytime you listen to it, like the one you just done play, I mix a song you just done play. And the thing with dub, every time you listen to it, you never hear it the exact same way twice. So because of that, it lives longer than the regular straight cut. Because you see, it have the things to keep your brain mystified. It have the things to make it to break up the monotony of what for. And you can't, it's not something you can sit down and write out. Like I see people try to write out. You can't write out because the things come spontaneous. And each time you're listening for the next 50 years, it's going to sound a little bit different each time you listen to it. It never going to sound the same way twice. And that's the beauty of dub. But before it comes to dub, as you as a person know Muta, there are certain things that you have to prepare, like the recording of the instruments the proper way, so that the dub can have the real effect. Because, Muta, here's what, they take reggae as some little things, some little guys from Jamaica, ching, ching, quack, 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 and it's, wow, that's reggae. That's not true. If you know how to play reggae, whatever genre you go back to, you're going to be better at it. If you know to engineer reggae, when you go back to engineer rock and roll, you're going to be a better engineer rock and roll. And the sound that we developed in Jamaica, make no mistake, you were there with us at night time with high time players and China Smith and things, and you witnessed the whole thing go on. You witnessed it. All no motor, all no. It's like it lost. It come out of Jamaica and it's like it's lost. All of that is like lost.
Yeah, man. The youth, them run out so now use. Listen to this. If you remember this.
That's with Barry, bro.
Yeah, the thing about fascinating about dub, you see, is how a Jamaican who don't have no scholarly training can go around a mixing board and make them sound that come out of the mixing board where a normal person, even the man who maybe didn't make the engineering board, would have never known, say, them thing they could have gone with the board to run it.
It's your motor, don't let nobody fool you. It's we teaching them, not the next year around. Not the next year around. These people get this thing straight. We are the ones that making their genre better, not the next way round, like they want to fool people.
Yeah.
Toby's first known engineer to come on a record. Anybody can commit me, that can correct me if I'm wrong, but he's the first one that featured as an artist as on an album.
Yeah.
I don't know any before that, and he was a major part of my inspiration that even prompted me to want to learn. Because guess what? When I was learning how to build amplifiers, all the guys that was older than me, hey, you should use this Tubbs record, you should use this Tubbs record rotor dub to test your amplifiers there.
Yes, yes.
Why? You should use the test because of good bass, and if the amplifier not working well, I can't produce a bass, you know right away. So I put on keep up his rotor dub on my perfect amplifier that was playing the Beatles through and everything worked normal, and then I start to play a Tubbs amplifier, Tubbs rotor dub, then it starts to show the faults within the amplifier.
Yeah.
And this is what caused these people to develop better speakers and develop better amplifiers.
Yeah.
Don't let them fool you. It's not the other way around, because if them speaker manufacturers was depending on rock and roll, because rock and roll has no bass. It's not like it can't have it.
Yeah.
They don't know how to engineer it to get the drums. And that's some badass drummers and musicians. But when I hear what? They have $1 million studios, and this is what they think. This is the best they think rock and roll can sound like. Please.
Yeah.
You see, they learn from us when we come to engineer, and then when you do a live show, they say, oh, okay, that's how they get that. And still, they still don't have the full length. So don't let anybody fool you.
Yeah,
It's we teaching them, not the next way around.
Yeah, all right. So where scientists are going with now? Because a long time you come to Jamaica, you come to Jamaica sneakingly. You come to Jamaica?
What am I doing now? Here's what I'm doing now, Muta. As we speaking, I'm developing my own gear. I developed my own set of speakers, speaker monitor system for studio. And there's nothing on the market that even come close to it. The top one on the market sell for $30,000. So they're up to $60,000, and they can only handle 1,000 watt max. My speakers, one of them is 20,000 watts, and they're having 4 drivers of them. So one of my box them having 40,000 watts with a driver, and each speaker is a dual speaker. And I'm developing my own control and my own effect unit.
I remember I buy a couple of them speakers there, man. I remember I buy a couple of them speakers there.
Yes. Huh?
No, but I say I remember I buy 2 of them speakers there, man.
Well, hey, I'm telling you, it makes a difference, and there's nothing. I'm in Hollywood here where I mean, there's nothing come close. The major one on the market with 50, 60,000, the Tanai them. They when the Tanai say no more, my speaker said what? That's it. You can't throw more punch on that. And for you to blow one of them speaker there, you'd have to deaf everybody in the block and shake all the whole thing. It's not going to blow, guys. 50,000 watt with a speaker, and then the amplifiers them that I developed is 20,000 watt per side, and it's 4 channels.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
You copyright them. I hope you copyright it, you know.
Well, yes, I'm in the process of that. I don't come to Jamaica since 1985, but you know what? I hear Junior reach or something, and it's true. Then figure out how powerful the reggae music is. So what them do, the reggae, when Bob was around, was bringing the people them together. I was showing up the dirty politicians and what them doing. Then figure out that was too powerful. So let's put the dancehall junk on them that demoralize the people. Some of the things that I hear coming out of some of them artists, no man of God. No wonder Jamaica have so much problem. Right. No wonder Jamaica, because some of the things that some of them talking about. Thank God the record them only last 6 months, because them corrupting people's mind. Them corrupting the youth their mind. It's not like in time me and you was dear Muta were making this conscious music where elevate people and teach people how to deal with this colonial Babylonian system. It's not like that now. They destroy all of that. And if you're talking about bring skin out this, skin out that, this is what they want to feed the people in, because they have an interest in going to divide them, they're going to ruin the country. And then you see Jamaica end up with a problem like what it end up with. Because I hear about them kidnapping women and stealing them, orders out of them. And when I hear some of the garbage we're coming out of them, somebody in artist note, thank God the record them only lasted 2 weeks and no more.
Yeah. All right, you know, one thing. All right, it's weird because I remember the time when you did engineer the tour with me, and one thing is like when you rehearse the poem them with the musician them, and I have to tell the people them this because you know say it's scientists. I do the engineer, you know. You have to let go scientists, you know. So I have to just catch back now and say, ladies and gentlemen, scientists, and it's another extended version of the same poem. I go on there for quite a little while. I don't know if I call, but it's like it was a pleasure for you to just do an extended version of the poem them on stage. Because you get a different vibration when you hear the effects and the sound them will come out of the engineer, you know. It's like, you're like, wow, you know, can somebody actually make the thing sound that way there? You know, it's not like you bring something separate from where they're there. It's like this thing there, and this is the sound where you're going to get out of it. And I have to really big up the eye for that still. I have to big you up, trust me. As a man who experienced live mixing, I have to big you up.
Well, give thanks to that. And you know something, I can't say this, and somebody has pointed this out to me. Being black in America, come from Jamaica, know what I know is not easy, because you have some people that look different from me. They believe it's just one set of people. And again, please, everybody, please to pay attention to this word, some. And I'm going to talk plain and straight. Some white folks still believe that we supposed to be picking corn. And when they see a black man like me come from Jamaica, they stand up over me, they watch, and they still don't understand it. They turn blue in the face. Some of them is so very appreciative and show you the most respect. I live in America here, and I know I teach at the schools that engineering school, and what we see happening is only one set of people they hire for engineering job. The only time I see an engineer will look like me is when they come from Jamaica. Right here in Los Angeles, I teach at one of the schools then sometimes, and everybody else get engineering jobs but the African Americans. This is a fact. I know some white people going to want to take it offensive, but hey, who the cat fit, let them wear it. I ain't going to take back no talk. Right? Something exists. It exists. I have to go through it. Even though I'm the one here in America can teach all of them, because I hear what they do with these major artist records, which I demonstrated it before. I did a rough mix of Marvin Gaye, What's Going On, and it showed the difference of the exact same stuff they have. But you find when you're black and you're engineering, you're doing certain jobs in Jamaica, in America, you're not supposed to have it. You're supposed to be in the kitchen scrubbing dishes. And again, everybody please pay attention to this word, some. So it's up to the white folks then, who is not racist, to point out the other ones and that's racist. It happens. It happens. I have a friend, he go to school, study engineering, right, as an accountant, and he couldn't get a job in Hollywood as an engineer. He has to go back to his old job. Because why? It's a white person job only. So when they see somebody like me doing it, again, some of them doesn't know to appreciate it. They try to find fault, they try to criticize you, and the fact is, it's not rock and roll that teaches reggae. It's reggae that teaches rock and roll about sound and fidelity and separation and all of that. Not the next way around, like they try to brainwash people. And again, I see some of these people come to Jamaica, and some of them down here so foolish, they're believing is these guys coming down here. No, guys, please, no. They're coming down here to learn from you, to come back and capitalize on it.
Of course, definitely.
And then rewrite history, and you're going to hear some dude from Washington, D.C. named Jim Fox invented dub.
Yeah. So tell me something, which part most of your tune them they know? Because I mean, I know say I have some where they on green sleeve label or so. Yeah, and but I don't see them circulate anymore. But I know say green sleeve is on the rise again. Them just have another launch of green sleeve again. You know, can't tune them to green sleeve again anymore.
Well, here's what. I carried green sleeve to court and I sued them.
Oh, yeah?
Right? I sued them in America and I sued them in France.
And what happened?
They brought the Princess Pooney Hooney. Princess Slimeball Jallies. Yes, not taking back no talk. They brought him into America, and if you ever hear the lies them a chat, where this man come out and jam his mouth. He was on the board at 3 directors at Tubby's. He was my boss, blah, 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 blah. Pure lies. Carry them to court, get a judgment against them, and I'm putting them back out myself.
All right, hold on. You say that you win the case against Greensleeve. Where you really at say?
In France. France tell them they can't put out my stuff again.
Injunction against them in France.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they have a faulty ruling in America, but they can't enforce.
Okay.
I know that their disciples probably are listening, but they cannot enforce a faulty ruling. And I'm laughing at it and I'm daring them in the face because the law is whoever creates is the owner. Here's what Muta. The musician them in Jamaica, as you witnessed here, China and them believe that when them play a session and they get $100, that's it. And the producer don't own nothing. Right? In order for the producer to own, it has to be in writing from the high time players Muka that okay, we're stupid and we give this producer permission to own it. I take the songs them and I put back out each and every one of them. I mean, encouraging every artist to do the same thing. Because the law is whoever created the first rights holder.
All right, let me ask you a question. When you take a rhythm, like a version of a rhythm where the artist is upon, and you take it now and do a dub to it, who own that song?
That's a new song recording on the law. And then
hold on. Listen to me ask you, if you take like...
Yes, I heard perfectly. It's a new sound recording. And whoever created that new sound recording is the owner.
Even though you use the rhythm that was made already?
Yeah, that new sound recording. Yeah. Like for example, you're a DJ on a station and you get a whole bunch of other songs and you mix it and put it in a unique form.
Yeah.
You own that sound recording.
Even though the song was made already before?
It doesn't matter. You can go and research this. The new sound recording, whoever created the new sound recording is the owner. Okay. That's the law. So and just one look on Jamaica copyright law. Yes. That's the law. Yes. That's the law under international law. It's a law under Berne Convention. It's a law under Jamaica recording.
I don't know about it, so I have to take what you say. So let me ask you how much album Greensleeve did I distribute with for you?
They had 5, and what they've been doing now, everything that I did, all of a sudden, King Tubby's mix all these albums.
Okay.
Like one of them, Dangerous though, King Tubby's never mixed one track on that record.
All right, so let me ask you a question. If I take a Scientist dub tune now and mix it as a techno music, Scientist can't claim nothing for it again.
I mix it what?
All right.
You take something and you mix it.
I take a Scientist. All right, Scientist mix a tune in a dub, and I take the same tune now and carry it to the studio again and mix it as a techno music. Who are gonna claim for that?
Well, again, the person who created that new work is the owner of that work.
Okay, so
and anybody who wants to use that new work has to get permission from the person.
So Scientist can't come to me now for come say a theme rhythm me change up. Him can't do that then.
Who that?
No, Scientist. All right, listen to me. I say
the original. Well, it depends. It depends how drastic the change is.
No, drastic like how you change it. Drastic.
The law is. Under sound recording, the law recognized sound recording. whoever created the new sound recording is the owner of that new sound recording, period.
All right, I hear what you're saying, So you are telling me, if I take scientist rhythm, dub tune, and create...
And compile it into something different.
Like a techno rhythm.
Yes.
I can know it's my own.
There's certain rights still attached, Your certain rights still attached.
That may I try to find out, yeah.
Yeah, but that new song, right? For example, Radix them to play the song, right? And then you come now, you get it and tune it up. Well, then part of the original composition still belongs to the Radix, not the producer. It doesn't matter how much money the producer spent.
Yeah. Well, Bridget,
No, it has to be joint consent to release that new sound recording.
Okay.
Root Radix can't go behind your back and say, I play the tracks. Take that new sound recording and then you can do it. So it's a joint, like how I have.
I understand.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Okay.
You see, they twist things around. Here's where the mistake is. Right? Coxon and Duke Reid then create a horrible thing for Jamaica music. Why? Because if you notice when you look on Studio One, I know you can't tell who play drum, who play bass. The only person named is Coxon Dad.
Yeah.
And the singer name.
Yeah. The musician get X out. The musician get X out.
The musician get X out. Why? Because all that publishing money is going to Coxon and Duke Reid and them.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, so all of the musician tension them going. So people like me, they don't like people like me, Muta. They thought the worship, the blow speakers, blah, blah, blah. Because I say, I'm not stupid. The amount of weed I smoke and the amount of electronics I smoke, stupid people brains can't handle it. Right, so that is the law. That is the law. Is not the person who spend the money, is the owner. The law says, and it is international law.
Right.
Under the Berne Convention of Jamaica law and all the laws there, right? That the person who created the first owner, if the person with the money wishes to acquire rights, must do so in writing. It doesn't matter how much money the person spends in the studio. As you know, most of these producers are most at the back standing up, smoking weed, whatever. And people like me and you doing the work and put and organizing the thing. Of course, the producer might have rights, but the musical composition, not because he paid for it. It's not like he go to the supermarket and buy himself a pork sandwich. It doesn't work like that with music.
But would I separate the executive producer from the producer still? Because the executive producer to me is the one who get the money.
The guy with the money. That doesn't mean that he might own the master.
Yeah, but so all the producer now,
the composition doesn't belong to him.
So all the producer fit into that, because you have the executive producer who give the money to the musician them, and you have the producer now who structure and organize the musician and the artist them to come play.
Yeah, but he still doesn't own the composition.
Yeah. Me just ask.
Yeah. The way it works, right? The producer, look here. If you only own 3%, because producer royalty share is only 3%. How you won't own something entirely if you only have 3%?
Yeah.
By law, the producer need written permission from the people who created the work to exploit it. Not the next way around, like what Coxon in Teach Jamaica, that was the producer's king, and you have to do. No. It's actually the other way around. The producer needs to get written permission.
Yeah. Well, sir,
it doesn't matter how much money he spend.
Yeah. Well, we give thanks for the enlightenment, just so now, we leave you. Me and no whole heap of people I listen to you, and me know say that will create a vibes tomorrow when people remember what you say and all the things that we say about dub. We want to give thanks to the brethren. Me long to see you still, me long to see you, but that's all.
I want to come Jamaica, one of them weird, but most have to tell the truth, the way I see some of them are behaved down there, man. It's just through the mercy of God. I know, say, I probably 1 or 2 people like you still live down there. But trust me, a judgment don't reach them. Just like Port Royal.
Yeah, all right. No matter bring it down when me there. Where they bring it down when me go to Africa somewhere up tour. No, please. Nobody bring it down for me, but Port Royal. You will give thanks. Here's some kind. You live right at the heart of earthquake. You tell me about Port Royal. And you live at the heart of earthquake.
Hey, look here. I have nothing to fear. My heart.
No, I have nothing to fear. No, heart, no, I have nothing to do with earthquake, you know. Trust me, your heart could not clearly come over when the earthquake come. I saw. Anyway,
hey, look here.
Yeah.
If it's your time, what control you have over it. So might as well you fear or worry about it.
Yeah, but you doesn't talk about earthquake or lick dog and dog and so like Port Royal.
Yo, look here. The people them off track.
Yeah.
We was creating the music down there to keep the people in mind on track.
And them gone off track.
No, them promoting this devil business that just make the people in mind gone wild. And them off track, them ungodly.
Yeah. All right, sir. Give thanks. Here, brethren. Give thanks.
Give thanks. Bless up.
Yeah, that was scientists. May I tell you, very enlightening interview. I must say, this is the cutting edge that I refer when they are with you. Believe you me. The interview there, trust me. You know, so make we continue this thing, I believe you me. Today, which is yesterday, really was Imhotep birthday. For those of you who don't know who Imhotep is, go up online and find out Father of Medicine. Them say the first Christ, Egyptian history, Imhotep. Why you know the sister for really remind us of that. Yes. You know, we want to play a little thing about, we want going at some European history, you know. A little, stay with me there. Supposed to love them kind of lecture, you know. Yes, we don't want to disrespect the young lady, Sandra. Sandra is very interested in history, I can see. You know history at university? You know history up there? Eh? You teach European history? You know the European history? You have to do European history for understand African history. You know? You have to do African history for understand European history. But you can't leave out them because them intertwined. African history, European history, almost intertwined, you know, because of the invasion of Europeans and the influence of both continents on each continent, you know. So when we play a certain tape, even when I say, boy, we must play them tape, it's for really to give you a clearer understanding. Because my mother never know nothing about Africa. But you see, when she can tell you about everything about Europe, and that me I remember from them days there, you know. She'll tell me about Queen Elizabeth I, Mary of Scotland, like you name it, Henry VIII. She tell me about some Pope, she tell me about Greek mythology. Carry me go a Greek, a show where you have Rome, anything where Rome have in a child, I go there. And that help to shape my thinking and my consciousness in relationship to how me see Africa. You understand? And the history of Europe, where some them don't want to tell you about a whole heap of time because that is in the past. You know, like how they want to tell you about ISIL now, where we live in an age of ISIL, where them a chop off neck and them. But the main way of executing people in Europe was to cut off them neck. And in France, they have a thing named the guillotine, or the guillotine. The guillotine is something where they make with a sharp metal thing up in there, and they make a part where you can put your neck in there. And then the man will just dry it up and just let it go in the head and bloom your head chop off. That is the main way of execution in France in a certain time. In a Rome, they used to put you upon cross. And you have weapons of torture where you have never seen. I mean, the first time me go in a torture museum, it's unbelievable, man. Me I say, and you know the weirdest thing about them weapons of torture there is Christians used to use it against disbelievers, non-believers, you know. When them want to get something out of you, say, if you are possessed by the devil, then put you in it. And you must admit, the weirdest thing about that torture is if you admit, say the devil take you over, them going to kill you. And if you say it's not the devil, they're going to do it until you're dead. Because you say you never admit it. So, you're damn if you do or you're damn if you don't. 6 or 1.5 dozen of the other. But it's unbelievable what these people used to do. And the same thing, where you hear ISIL I do now, in the name of them religion, is the same thing the Europeans them used to do in the name of Christianity. It's just that now one going like them and cleaner than the other one. But when you hear of the emperors and the popes of Rome and the emperors and the queen them, we used to exist in England and in Europe, and the things that them used to do, and that was supposed to be, they used to call it the Dark Ages. But them say we did uncivilized, and it's we, them go down there, you know, them go down there, go destroy Africa. And say we're backward. So them give it civilization. And we did live quite okay before them reach there. But why me really I say that is for justify me showing your European history on the program here. For sure you say you need to understand how this thing set in such a way that, you know, you can't trust certain things. And believe you me, not even the Bible. Because really and truly, people interpret and send things come give way in translation. Not even translation, you know. Because them say, them have transliteration. Them have a word named transliteration. You don't know, transliteration. Different from translation. Transliteration. Translation is when them take the word and give something totally different meaning. Transliteration is when them use the same word and put it in a different way. And carry, you know, find a word of transliteration. Don't make me sound like me make up words by the program, you know. Find it quick, you know, and justify me talk. Please. Please. Transliteration as opposed to translation. It's two different words. Two total different words. But I want you find it quick. Believe you me. But I go and play the studio until you find it. Share the mic so now. So tell me now and don't make me forget embarrassed now. The difference between transliteration and it's said pronounced transliteration, right? And translate. All right. Tell me the first one, transliteration. What it mean?
All right. Transliteration means that you write back. It's a process. Transliteration is a process of writing back a word or a letter using the closest correct pronunciation or alphabet that is available. All
right. And
when you translate, yeah, you express the sense of the word using another language.
Okay. All right. So the word I want is transliterate, where them take one word and use it continuously, and then it become a different word. Now that transliterate. Okay. So why we are talking about transliterate and things? Because we know some words where Europeans use, we transliterate the word, like Yahshua. You know, one way common, Jesus, Jesus, Christos, Yahshua. It come right down to it. It's really Yahshua them I talk about, you know. But Yahshua become Joshua become Jesus, become Jesus. But Jesus don't have no meaning. Jesus don't have no meaning, you know. It don't have no meaning. Because it come from the first word, Yahshua, which have a meaning. Yahshua means salvation. Right? So when you have Yahshua, it means salvation. So anyway, if you did read the Hebrew Bible, anyway you see the word Yahshua, it not necessarily a talk about a man, you know. It a talk about salvation. You see. But when it come now and it name Jesus, it's what we call transliteration. Jesus, then you have Jesus Christos, Jesus, and then you have Jesus. But them words they do have no meaning. Jesus have no meaning in English, you know. Jesus no mean salvation, you know. It just have no meaning. It's just that they might carry the word to its nearest point of transliterated word. Anyway, the reason why I say that is because it's part of the European thinking when I say that if you don't understand what these people do, more time you never understand the essence of what you should have do. Because really and truly, them do so much things in our history for make the thing get boggled up and mind-boggling and things that it's very difficult for you kind of sift through the thing if you don't really understand certain thinking and the reason why it is done. You know, it's like how you have Roman Catholicism and you have Anglican. For really understand how Anglican, how you call yourself Anglican, you have to go understand Roman Catholic. Because Roman Catholic breed Anglican because we say it all the while on the program because Edward VIII break away from the Roman church because of some marriage thing when they do annul and him couldn't get to annul it. So him decides he's going to break away and start the Anglican church, which become now the Church of England. And then out of the Church of England now, Edward VIII have a daughter named, I think, Elizabeth the First. And Elizabeth the First, after Elizabeth the First dead, Elizabeth the First was Queen of England, and then them have a woman named Mary, Queen of Scotland. And then you have James, who was the sixth and the first. We now call King James Version of the Bible. Anyway, those things is very important to understand in the scheme of the thing. And if you even go back and you realize, John Hawkins did have a ship named Jesus. It says Jesus of Lubeck. It's very important that you understand that, you know, because it's long time these people are go Africa, you know, go take out people. Even Christopher Columbus, you know, when he was a sailor upon the ship go to Portugal, the Portuguese used to take Africans out of Africa and carry them go to Portugal, you know. That is part of the thing when nobody not tell you about Christopher Columbus. It's in a freedom book. It's in a freedom book, you know, and it might miss we in a history when we are going to school because them divert the attention from one place to the next and carve out them own what them want you to know. You know, them say the most powerful weapon in the hands of the oppressor is the mind of the oppressed. The most powerful weapon in the hands of the oppressor is the mind of the oppressed. And when you can't take the man's mind and do what you want to do, you control him and you control the generations after too. So, in the scheme, with them scheme up now and show you, say, the Portuguese go to Africa long before the English. The Arabs come in Africa long before Europeans. And all of them do wrong to the African people. And then you have the North Africans who become Muslims, who go into Spain. And then you hear about the Moors. And the Moors rule Granada for 700 years, them there. And do this and I do that. And then you have Queen Victoria. You have Elizabeth, who John Hawkins. Weirdest thing, John Hawkins was the man who have the ship named Jesus. So when I did a youth and I hear Rastaman and say, a Jesus bring Rania in a slavery, I never did understand what I say. Because it's the Rastaman did a born Jesus from left to right, and everybody has said, Lord God, them a blaspheme. The time the Rastaman did not talk about the ship will bring black people like that, so I never born Jesus. because it's a ship named Jesus bring me on here. So because these Europeans have the presumption of calling them ships of the icons in the Bible. Them have ship named John the Baptist. And so it's very important that we understand these ideas will come to it. And we make a special effort to highlight certain things where others not going to highlight. Because we recognize how Ben Buchanan, John Henry Clark, and these people historically write books and express themselves. They have a great command of European history. Great command of European history. I mean, no one who feels that them are Rasta and black conscious might have said, why them no one know nothing about European history? Because Europe are white people and them things. But no. You have to open your faculty to understand, because there's a reason. Africa is not in isolation. Neither Europe is in isolation. There's a connection that is taking place. Why this happen and why this shouldn't happen. And we always say that, yes, we know that, because when me did hear Rastaman I said Jesus bring me on here, so me never know what the Rastaman I talk about. And when me come in a Rasta fully now, me realize a ship did actually name Jesus. The first ship was designated to carry Africans from Africa by England. Was John Hawkins ship. I think it's Queen Elizabeth the First, under Queen Elizabeth the First. John Hawkins ship named SS Jesus of Lubeck. So it's not a madman did I say it when me did I listen to him. It's just that me never know. You understand? I know the history book in England show you that. The history book in England show you say this ship here, they really name so. So last week we did have an argument on the radio here. A man had come up with it the week before, and he might tell you, say, King James was a black man. And Shakespeare. As a matter of fact, one of them go beyond all of that and say all of the European hierarchy and the European nobility was black people. Now, he might extend it to a level where all Plato, Socrates, Homer, Alexander, all of them people, there was black people. It's mind-boggling, because really and truly, you have a train of thought out there where we show you historically how King James was really a black man. And I show you how this man, his father was from this a tribe of, or when the Jews them come cross in a Europe and all sorts of things. Them a try show you and a try weave in the idea. It's black people have a sense of, me don't know, a perspective the way if it ain't one thing, it's the next. A man even go as far as show you say if King James was a homosexual, he would have scratched out the part that the Bible would say homosexuality is abomination to the Lord. And where Paul say, watch out, me know a whole heap of homosexuals will go to church every Sunday. The passing them, the pedophile passing them, but them a buck up in a way. I true them get caught. Why we know? So them is pedophiles and homosexuals. It's true them get caught. And it's King James get caught. Why we know say he was a gay guy, a bisexual. We sleep with all his mother too. It's not like people don't know these things. But you have black people now where use it as an evangelism for sure. You say King James was a white man, a black man, sorry. Because when them call it Cambridge University or Oxford University actually say it. Right? And you have black people who write books for sure, you know. Blacks in Europe. And then blacks in Europe now include now say all the great things in Europe was done by black people. And then let me show you now say in India all the great things was done by black people. And then them go on China and say all the great things was done by black people. And it get crazy after a while. Because who enslaved who now? Because if the nobilities of Europe was black, therefore these nobles go down to Africa and enslave we. The same black people them. So I now go really listen to no opposition to the blackness that is opposing the blackness. That's how we take it really boils down to how history is woven and what aspect of history you want to accept and what part of history you don't want to accept. You know, see? So when the brethren come to me and show me this historical reference, I say, brethren, you see when I go to school and I just come into where I try to figure out, I man hear them things there. I hear the things them, you know. And I read the book them and them I show you all the nobles, especially King James and Shakespeare, all of them people, and them start to trace them genealogy to the Israelites and all them things and start to show me some Israelite too and them things, and I say, but wait, hold on the man, I wanna deal with. No. You over there, so you accept the part that history. I over here, so I accept the part of this history. I, in my levels, I know what is twist round from what is not twist round. Like a man talk about the transliteration of the word Yahshua. It's a similar thing. Because if you tell somebody now, say no man never named Jesus on earth, him going to look at you and say he's a madman. Me tell Ian Bowen that already, and him say, Muta, you can't keep saying that. You can't keep saying that. Why me can't keep saying that? Because everybody accepts a Jesus. Everybody accepts Jesus. I never in no book and I figure it out. I never read no book for find out say the man never named Jesus. You know. It's just the things that them attribute to him. Why I say I don't accept it. I don't accept a man a walk on water and I take out a stinking man out of coffin and raise him from the dead. Then if who raised Lazarus? If him raised Lazarus from the dead, it is ordained for man to die once. Where is Lazarus today? What was the purpose of taking out a dead man out of coffin, to kill him again, to make him dead again? I don't understand the logics of that, but then again, on them I say, you use too much logic, MUTABARUKA, you have too much logical ideas. You must use your baby thinking to solve the most complicated problems. Because everything named the Rubik Cube, and you have a thing named computer right now. It's purely a picnic. Know these things more than big people like me and this lady was singing up here, so which I can't forget. I forget it. You know, I'm going to start singing your name for remember it. I'm going to start singing it in a song for remember it. Seriously, I am very embarrassed that I keep forgetting your name. You know, but all right. So the reality of the thing is that history is such a way where you decide where you believe in a history and the next man decide where you believe in a history. But no, we could put it together and figure it out logically. Why should I accept that King James was a black man? What are you proposing to me when you say King James was a black man historically? Because one of the things them that I say why a black man would want to accept that King James is a black man is to show the strength and the power of black people over the white world. You know, so I would say Alexander was a black man because Alexander conquered Egypt, conquered Iran, which was Persian at the time, and just do certain things. Why would I want to accept that? Because I'm feeling that black people have been discredited and wiped out of history. And in order to get back black people in history now, I have to come up with some things. I mean, almost highfalutin things for sure, say, but it's black people, they do this, and black people, they do that. So you're going from one extreme to the next. Just like one man I say, Jesus did, him this is Jesus white, no, him say Jesus black. And him accepted Jesus black. And me I say, nobody never named Jesus. So if you did want to go to the man named Yahshua, I tell you, say, Yahshua is not a white person. Based upon the geographical location when it exists in now. It's not a European. It's not a white person. So I would have to come to the conclusion and say, given the images that I see of Jesus, Jesus is a white man. Because it was created out of the minds of European people and given African attributes and really mimic a person who might have been real in history, named Yahshua. And I say might have with caution, might have been real in history, named Yahshua. So Yahshua, the possibility of Yahshua being existing is not far-fetched. But the possibility of a man named Jesus existing is way out of line with anything that is real. So it depends on the next part of mental illness. If you really believe, say, a man will come back again, come save the earth from beasts like men. My sister say, black man, watch it, because you know, white God can't save you from white man oppression. White man God can't save you from white man oppression. So no care you turn it round. Because if you start him and say Jesus black, and when I listen to you, I hear the same attributes of the Jesus where you will tell me say, where them tell me say white. I now go accept it because all you do is change the color. So you have said Jesus white, them I say Jesus white and you did accept it. Now you can't just say Jesus black, but you tell me say the black Jesus that walk from water and take out stinking man out of coffin. And then I go come back again. That can't help me. So if you want me to really accept a historical man, don't call him Jesus. To me, I don't know if you're another person, you know. Call him Yahshua, because I know say it's a Hebrew man you talk about. And no man in Hebrew did name Jesus. You couldn't, in a 2,000 years ago, I walk up and say, did you see Jesus pass here? But I said, wait, which part him come from? I saw Mars. What is this? What Jesus? Is it a dog named or a cow or a cat? What is a new animal? This that appear from? I don't know what is Jesus. But if you say Yahshua now, people that say, oh, Yahshua. Oh, there are many people in this part of the world named Yahshua. Now, which one? You're talking about Yahshua this or Yahshua that? And then you get caught, no, you know, because you feel that Christ is Jesus' last name, which is another madness again. Christ is not a last name, it's a title given, anointed, given. It's not a name of an individual person. Because Haile Selassie was anointed. That means I would call him a Christ. But if I go say that, no man, I say, oh, true, you're Rasta, you say that. But the seriousness of the word, and if just like the word Jesus upon the ship, the seriousness of the word Christ can be related to Haile Selassie because he was an anointed king, crowned king of Israel. You don't believe me? Go back, but listen to the coronation of Haile Selassie and hear what the man say when him a crown Haile Selassie, what him say. Listen to it carefully, what the man had say when him a crown Haile Selassie, and see if him is not a, what you want to call a type of Christ. Because it's the anointed. David was Christ. He was the anointed. He was anointed. So Christ is not a last name of an individual person. It's Christian come say that. And them don't put it upon a Hebrew person. Them put it upon a European person named Jesus. So when me come here, the Rasta man, I say, no, Jesus thing now. Me come really understand the levels of the thinking. Because the Rasta man almost translate now. Different word from transliterate. He might translate now the word Jesus. And he might say Jesus at Geezas. Because you can't pronounce J-E as Jesus. So him say, a Jesus him a deal with. Which is a translation now. It don't make no sense still, you know. It don't make no sense because, but he might configure the thing for suit a dynamics where he might realize but the other thing wrong. So in order to make the other thing right, him come up with another wrong thing to make the wrong right and the right get wrong again. Instead of not throw it away and burn it up and throw it into the ashes of whatsoever. Because historically, the Hebrew them Yeshua. That is the Hebrew thing. Maybe I'm not even pronouncing it right, but forgive me for not pronouncing it right. Yeshua is the name of a Hebrew man. Jesus do have no historical reference point more than say people just keep saying it and the lie become true. And you keep repeating a lie, it eventually become true to a whole heap of people. And that is really where we go on with the word Jesus. Because I said before, it do have no significance in history more than it confused the world. Big people say it without even saying so. Me can't bother say Yeshua here, but what happened? Can you imagine you stand up in a marketplace and I say, John, I'm in a turn and I say, Muta, you may call you. I say, but John, you say Rasta below the name John. This is the cutting edge on IRFM. Yeah, this is the cutting edge on IRFM. We just relate certain things. And that is prelude to a tape we're going to play. But we just want to justify why we play certain things on this program over the years. We don't necessarily have to do with straight up direct Africa. But in the knowledge base, it's important that you know the other side of the thing. So that's why we go through this long epistle a while ago about Jesus, the name, and why the Rasta man did I say that, and we never did understand what I say over the years. Until later down we start to reflect and realize, but wait, him did have a knowing where other people never have. Oh, a Rasta man, we're never going to high school, didn't know, say I ship the name Jesus. That all the mystic revelation of Rastafari, say it on a record. Say it on a record. Just like how Burning Spear talk about Marcus Garvey. If it was Burning Spear, he probably wouldn't still talk about Marcus Garvey. A Burning Spear, every other tune Mark Burning Spear make, he mentioned Marcus Garvey upon it as a Rasta man. So all the Rasta man didn't know, say I shipped the name Jesus. And him never gone a big high school because him did look into certain things long before the normal historian where they are Jamaica, where teach we said this and this and this is that. Because it's important to the Rasta man to realize that, but wait, all them teach about Jesus and Jesus is a slave ship. You know see it? And then when him start to burn out the Jesus slave ship, him start to burn out Jesus itself. So when me come now, me follow that tradition, and me come clearly understand exactly what it's supposed to be. Because me never know about Yeshua. A big man, me know about Yeshua and all the things. And Yeshua is like Columbus when me go find out say no man never named Jesus and Yeshua him the name and the wrong name everybody did that call a long time. So how you translate the man name so much time? Or transliterate the man name so much time? To come down in some name where do have no meaning at all. And I want to tell you, before you go, I want to tell you something. If you look in the dictionary and broke down the word Jesus, it's a shocking revelation. Believe you me, I don't even want to repeat what you say. Because people are going to say, yes, Lord God, I'm going to give, what's your name? I'm going to give Cabo $1 million to get that boy off of the radio. Because we can't say Mr. Young again, we used to tell Mr. Young. They used to want to come off of the radio first time, And them off of Mr. Young and start that thing. I just, I cost some money to them and everything. But if you ever see where J-E, the Latin J-E, Greco, And I say Greco-Roman, Greco-Latin, J-E and S-U-S. Them syllables, them call them 2 syllables, J-E-S-U-S, 2 syllables, right? If you ever see what they mean, in reality, trust me, man, you just say, boy, Muta, you're dangerous, you're a dangerous boy. On the radio, if them Christians that see that, they must start collection every Sunday just to get IRFM to take me off of the radio. That's how dangerous it is. Just get IRFM some money if you take me off of the radio. Because I say, no, why you want to come up with that for rock the boat so much? I mean, him a rock the boat already. Him couldn't just go and just rock the boat and don't make it turn over. And turn with they have to turn it over. I'm telling you that from now, with no exception, we come here to turn it over. So, my mother used to say, if you don't like it, bite it. I don't know what she tell you to bite, but I know say something she tell you to bite, which you don't want to bite. You understand? Believe you me, if you don't like it, bite it. So, this is the cutting edge on IRFM. We're going to look for the tape now and play the tape. But before we find the tape, we want to play this song. Okay, we're going to play this song here.
Of all England's kings and queens, gallantly exonerated her. So Elizabeth was saved. She left the Tower the way she'd come, by barge. Then for 4 years she was subject to surveillance by Mary's spies. But in 1558, Mary died, and what had once seemed unimaginable became a reality. Elizabeth, who was Protestant and illegitimate, succeeded to the throne. In exile, she'd been preparing for her takeover and was now quick to assume the reins of power. Within 48 hours of her accession, she had a new council. At its head, Lord William Cecil. Like Elizabeth, Cecil was a Protestant and a pragmatist. Elizabeth asked him to be the judge in the event of any conflict between her personal passions and the good of the country. Without respect to my private will, she told him, you will give me that counsel that you think best. So he was the one man with a license to contradict her. And theirs was an extraordinary partnership which lasted 40 years until Cecil's death. Elizabeth inherited a country in religious turmoil. During Mary's attempts to bring the country back to Catholicism, 300 Protestant leaders had been burnt at the stake. Elizabeth came to the throne with a mission: to cement her father's legacy and make England a Protestant nation. But the country was divided. Most of its people were Catholic. Elizabeth's solution was a classic English compromise, the Act of Uniformity. The Protestants got the Book of Common Prayer, written in English rather than Latin. But alongside this, Elizabeth kept up the Catholic traditions of ceremony. Like her father before her, Elizabeth declared herself the supreme head of the church. The penalty for refusing to acknowledge her supremacy was at best loss of office and at worst death. Dissenters were not to be tolerated. That established, the next problem that loomed was the continuation of the Tudor dynasty. What Elizabeth needed now was a husband. Elizabeth was now queen, but still single. She was Europe's greatest catch, and she knew it. She dressed to dazzle her beholders like a bird of paradise, but there was subtlety in her image too. In this portrait we see how closely her hand hovers towards the sword of justice, and an ermine scuttles up her sleeve. The ermine was an animal with a reputation for purity. It didn't like to get its white fur soiled. So here, it's a symbol of Elizabeth's own impeccable chastity. But why did she never marry? One advisor, Robert Cecil, William's son, described Elizabeth as more than a man and in truth something less than a woman. It's a phrase that's echoed down the centuries. More than a man, said Cecil. Well, we know that Elizabeth showed as much courage and determination as any man of her age. But what did he mean by that second part of his phrase, in truth less than a woman? Elizabeth's physician once warned her that childbirth might not be easy. He may have been warning her of the dangers then common in pregnancy. Or was he suggesting something more? There was gossip at the time that Elizabeth suffered from a certain physical abnormality, some kind of impenetrable membrane that rendered her incapable of sexual intercourse or conception. We don't know what it was, but whatever the stories, her gynecological condition was never put to the test. She did, however, fall in love. Her first love was her childhood companion, Robert Dudley, whom she made master of her horse. But he was distrusted at court. There were whispers that he'd been involved in his own wife's murder. From London to Paris, rumours were rife about their affair. It fell to Cecil to do the duty once entrusted to him by the young queen, that of standing up to her. With great regret, he told her, if she married Dudley, he would have to resign. It wasn't necessary. Even while they were still playmates at the age of 8, Elizabeth had sworn to Dudley that she would never marry anyone. She couldn't stop love, though. Later, she fell for the Duke of Anjou. Cecil and her advisors had proposed the Duke, a French Catholic, as an ideal diplomatic flirtation, whether or not it led to marriage. But Anjou came over to woo her in person, and she was simply smitten by him. Elizabeth behaved recklessly. She may have felt that it was her last chance to marry. She seemed to be pledging herself in public to a Catholic and a foreigner. Had she lost her mind? This was supposed to be foreign policy, not some flaunting of love to infuriate the people. But at the court, opinion was divided. Old Cecil, who was bedridden with gout, favoured the marriage, exclaiming, "Blessed be the Lord." But her ladies-in-waiting wailed and laid terrors before her. By the morning, Elizabeth realised she'd gone too far. What had started as a diplomatic game had become seriously amorous. She raged, she wept, and finally she sent her suitor back to France.
I really don't know.
Yeah, may I hear you?
The thing there, evening as a matter of fact, evening, sir.
Morning, sir. Evening, morning.
Morning, no.
Yeah. Me know I hear a subject them that still, you know, all we are going. Me know say I hear a subject them this, you know, all we are going, you know, me know say I hear a subject.
Yeah, because I know 5 million people all over the world know to me after long, about 30 years now, I go now. I look down them things that I try to figure out for myself, you know. But me know I try to, you know, say them religion and politics, you know, discuss with people for, you know, the body dogmatic.
Dogmatic, yeah.
You know, so me come here, you know, and talk, and like when me, you know, I also come now, me kind of get into it and start listening things. Some of them kind of remember sometimes. But all the useless thing, you see. The useless thing, and I really, it's a miss in, what you call it, you know, pronunciation, because them say Jesus, you know, instead of Jesus. Because when I used to spell it first, you know, I used to spell it with an I or a Y.
Yeah, but that is the Greek.
The J, but like me tell you before, the J was pronounced as an I, so when the J was just sound.
Hold on. The I version is the Greek version, you know, Jesus Christus.
Yeah.
And the English version is Jesus.
Then I try to say with the yes, you would say yes to or yes to, alright?
Yeah.
So some people, remember to back in the day, you spell you can't do it, so they use the I or the Y. And the J, let me tell you, the J used to be a...
Yeah, man, I remember we go through all of that, man. I remember that.
Right. Yeah. So when people start calling it, pronounce it as J, and it's still a pronounce, I spell with the J, everybody just naturally say J, to Jesus, and say Jesus instead of Jesus. And because I remember, say, like, in our year studies, it's one part of like the first time when it's spelled with the J, as a matter of fact.
No, all right.
The first written proof when I got in our court case, you know. When things like the authorized, they translate it, put it in English, right? Actually, when in the first, you know, you hear about the Vinegar Bible?
The what Bible?
The Vinegar Bible and the Wicked Bible.
No, I know what the second one, I don't know what the first one we mentioned.
When the man did 21st, you know, Jesus is a parable about the vineyard.
Yeah.
They found him in the vineyard. He could have vineyard in print as vinegar.
Vinegar Bible.
Yeah, so they have to send back, so they call it the Vinegar Bible, and they must send them back.
First me hear about that. First me hear about that.
And when they read 20 again, they come out now, when they read, you know, in the 10 commandments, instead of input, say, thou shalt not commit adultery. He said, thou shalt commit adultery. So I made the Wicked Bible.
Okay.
And then can go court.
Yeah.
And go court, you know, for him getting money. So there's a court case. One of the states that can check, and they can find the case in England. There's a court case, and the first episode that they spell it with J. And the case of the Wicked Bible. And then I just first spell it with the J. And you get Jesus instead of the I or the Y.
Yeah, but Jesus is Latin, you know. Jesus is not English, you know.
Yeah, but me I say the G sound is a mispronunciation.
Okay. Oh, the pronunciation you talk rather than the spelling.
Yeah, because when they not spell it still at the time, they will not say yes, so still they will not say Jesus.
Yeah.
But
you hear the reason why we like about the transliteration.
Yeah. But when I say my God, it doesn't spell it with the GEE, you know, a transliteration, still a transliteration.
Yeah, my carry no more, yes.
With the letters where you know, pronunciation, a transliteration.
Yeah.
Just like, alright, like I think like Colgate toothpaste. And when I try to say Colgate, I don't have South America, you know, to take care of the market, I think, you know, because when you see Colgate, you know, when the man only find in Spanish, you know, it means a Colgate. Colgate means hang yourself. Understand? When I say Nova, chosen Nova.
Yeah.
When that they go around South America for yourself, take care of a market, you know, in Spanish, Nova, Nova.
Yeah.
That means don't go.
Yeah.
And the man want to care when I go.
Nova, yeah.
Yeah, Nova means don't go. So, you know, we transliterate, so you go.
Yeah, but you know, one time I and Ian Bourne have this argument, you know, and many times when I tell him to look here, there was no man in history that named Jesus. He might try convince me, say we must stop say that because people usually say Jesus, but I don't know if he must say it now, but I don't know if the explanation where I give, if him can't see what me I say about the word itself and the naming of a person, when them carry down the language to the next point, transfiguration, the transliterating the language from the actual, come clear down here, so.
You're supposed to keep the original.
Yeah, it's a different man. It's a different man they matter about. It's a different man. Jesus is a different man from Yeshua. Totally different.
Then make him.
Yeah, and then make Jesus. Yeshua is a historical thing because you can identify the name with a language and a what go on in a history, but you can't identify Jesus in a history more than when the European them talk about.
When they say in the race man, you have one prophet there, you know, Elijah. Then they raise man and boy and everything, you know.
Yeah.
And they did, you know.
Yeah.
And they look a boy, I him Elijah didn't look at our axe head. The axe, you say axe heavy, metal. And he make that come out of the river and come across, come out of water and swim come to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that.
But remember, Elias didn't make the bald man, and him say, them a mock him, and they pick them, and him send a lion and yam up the whole of the pick them. Are Elias or Elijah?
I don't know, but the two of them keep, I think, are the same. Well, no, Elijah went different from Elijah.
No, man, you have one of the Bible, I think Elijah, you know, where them say him was a bald head. And because the pick them did a mouth him, say him is a bald head. Him send an animal and kill the whole of the pit of them. You remember that story?
I remember because I thought about it and I'm going to people.
Yeah, man, I see your story, that serious story.
Because I seen bones after him dead, I've seen bones, man, with that big grave and the dead man from them dropping and drop on the bones and come back
and live, yeah.
You can go with one day in the house.
That's some serious story that though.
Yeah, tell you.
Yes. Anyway, give thanks.
Anyway, next one we'll go to.
Yeah, man. All right.
All praise is due to Allah. Ramadan Mubarak. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, who intervened in our affairs in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, and raised up from the midst of us his messenger and his Messiah, the greatest man that ever walked the face of the planet Earth other than God himself. And that man is the most...
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with this phone, I know. Yeah. Yes, yeah.
Muta.
I took out the phone now, hang up it. Yes, but you know you man.
Yeah, everything good, man. Yes. So the lessons about where the word Jesus come from, and so always have to be repeated.
All the
while. Because no matter what, certain lessons just have to be repeated.
No, we have to keep
to show
them, man. We have to keep repeating them, brethren.
Yes, definitely. You know, it's like have to repeat 1 + 1 equal 2, etc. That type of situation. Yeah, it's true, you know, and thing. And we see that when you get a chance, you know, you must let the listeners them cutting edge hear the Castro Brown interview where Castro talk about him reggae experience in Britain when we sent to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, when we sent to you.
We can't download it off of WhatsApp, though, you know.
Where is it?
We can't download it off of WhatsApp.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm going to send it email-wise.
We have to go email. We can't download it off of WhatsApp.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm going to get it sent to you through email then. See?
Yeah.
Definitely before this week are done. So, I see that thing there. Steve Golden weighing about the Marcus Garvey busting, and I said that people not come to the meetings and where him have and thing. But that don't have nothing to do with the truth of what people are saying. And I see Cabo launch a petition about it too.
Yes, tell them about it, yes.
Yes, and she's right, because at the time last week when you were talking about it, I hadn't really checked it out fully. But when I got a chance to check on so, the very colors that them use, the red, blue, and white, are symbolic of the American and British.
No. Hold on. Is the university colors them put up there? Is the colors of the university, through the university that host the program, them put the university colors.
Okay, they put the colors.
But they should have put Marcus Garvey colors there and exempt them from that.
That is what I am saying.
Them should have, but the colors that was there was the university colors. The colors,
yes.
But they should have put Marcus Garvey colors there.
Yeah, they should have. They should have. This is what I'm saying. That the Marcus Garvey colors should definitely have been there.
Yeah.
And this thing about the artist impression.
Yeah.
We all know what Marcus Garvey look like.
Well, so
there is no excuse as far as we're concerned.
I tell Cabo say it's mostly when Garvey get diabetes, why he might put Garvey at the diabetes for him, because you know that diabetes Garvey that.
Yes, because
anyone looking at that, we all know what Marcus Garvey look like. Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, even it's kind of portray man thing. And, you know, it's part of that process, you know, consciously and subconsciously to de-Africanize our African features, you know.
Yeah, what it don't look like, to be honest, it don't look like a European state. It don't look like a European feature.
No. Him not look like. Him don't look like a European. I agree. But what I'm saying, we all know where Marcus Garvey look like.
Yeah, we know what I'm saying. Wait, hold on there. Him don't look like Garvey, you know, but him don't look like a European. So it's not like say the Virgin do a European version of Marcus Garvey.
A European version.
No,
what I was being specific is really just sticking to the thing that you would definitely know where Marcus look like. Yes. So it's like anything else.
And the artist did have a photo.
To distort that, yes.
The artist did have a photo for work from, you know. Him did have a photo for work from, actually. Him did have a photo for work from.
Well, obviously he was blind when he was using. I never use the photo.
Yeah. Something go wrong there, so. But as me I tell Cabo, say, if the people them decide say it will come down, them supposed to take it down.
Yeah, man, they must take it down. And listen, but wasn't it advertised that it's supposed to be a statue? It's not supposed to be a bus.
No, they mix it up. You know, watch out. Intellectual to them can't intellectual. You know. Them advertise that statue when you go up there is a bus. You know, there's a madness.
Yes, because I was wondering, you know, I mean...
Yeah, everybody did a wonder.
You know.
Come and sit down up there and I wonder. People beside me, I wonder. Say, Muta, what them say that statue, not a bus that. I mean, I say,
exactly.
That truck them want to put it to. But anyway.
Because you see, Marcus Garvey don't need no bus, you know, because Marcus Garvey done bus already.
And not only that, them have a bus down there, Lady Musgrave. Which part them used today? Them have a bus down there, you know, Lady Musgrave, that's all.
Yes.
And them have
a by Lady Musgrave, yes, that's true. And that is more looking like Marcus Garvey,
no,
where we know.
The one upon them grave look more like Marcus Garvey.
Yes.
The one upon them grave, and them have a statue of him down a St. Tanya, so.
St. Anne also, which is also realistic. Yes.
And IRFM did have one in the lobby. I don't know which part where them doing it. Maybe IRFM should have go buy it back and put it up at university. But there was a bus in here, so from IRFM where was looking exactly like Marcus Garvey, you know. I don't know where go wrongly, so what's the virgin in him? I don't know where go wrongly, so why him do that? I don't know.
Yes, but definitely. I wish this petition to succeed, you know, that we have a proper thing. And right here in Britain, the election campaign is fevered.
Because... On a lighter note, you did go to the Chronic show at Brixton?
Yes, I went. It was sold out.
Let me hear.
Yes, it was sold out at the Brixton. O2 there, you know, it was sold out, and there were no problems. Because you know, it's just a couple of weeks ago there was a problem at Alkaline Shore. Yes, it was sold out, and he performed. He performed well.
Different vibration, man. Different vibration.
Yes. Different vibration. Even though the PA sound system equipment at the academy isn't so good. I mean, that's true, but nonetheless he delivered powerfully, you know, in spite of that, you know, and the people really loved it. And he was the only artist to perform that night, which was is a departure from the norm, because normally you would have a support artist, one or two, but he performed for about 1 hour 38 minutes, because about 1 hour 48 minutes, because he came on 10 to 12 and finished 1:38.
Yeah, well, that was the show. If him alone upon the show and him sold it out, that means him gone clear.
Yes, really pull, because it has been from strength to strength, because the first time he came here was at him perform at the Scala by King's Cross, and that have a capacity of little over 1,000, and that was sold out. Then the following year was by the Electric in Brixton, and that was sold out too, and that have a capacity of about 2,000 or thereabouts. And now this place, which have a capacity of about 5,200, was sold out. So every place that he has performed,
sold out,
sold out, and it has increased proportionately from 1,000 something to about 2,000 something to now 5,000 something. You know. Mm-hmm. So and one of the things that I love that he did was that he said to the crowd several times, and they joined in saying that support reggae, you know what I mean, the word reggae, you know what I mean, you know, and the people love that. Do you love reggae, you know, he specifically, you know, a lot of times, you know, pushing that name, reggae, you know, because a lot of times you have some people, it's like them want to banish the name reggae and thing, and he really, went into that, and I was glad to see him big up Spanish Town, where both he and I are from, where we're born, you know what I mean, big up Spanish Town enough time, you know, so big up to all of the Spanish Town crew and thing, and of course the Mother Africa, you know, people from Mother Africa, and you know, and so on.
So what's the latest about the Manchester bombing thing there? What are going with it?
The latest is that several of the people who they arrested, they have had to just release them, but most of them are still in custody, you know, them going through them investigation and that type of thing, you know.
How much people know them all on?
They have about 8 to 10 still, but they have released about 3.
Okay.
Of who the other, yes. You know, process of elimination and that type of thing. You
never hear the interview with scientists a while ago?
No, you're talking scientists, the engineer.
We do a wonderful interview with him a while ago, man. Maybe tomorrow you see it on YouTube. But
all right, me have to check that, because I know him as a youth when him come from Harborview, and as a matter of fact, him started at Tubby's, you know what I mean? I remember when him come at Tubby's, and Jamis was there at the time.
Yeah, he mentioned almost the same thing where him name the Coxon out so international there about
like the Coxon.
About how Jamaican really no understand say how we are show them what we do and them come how we are make teach them and them are teach we.
Exactly.
Because where I say is that a reggae dub music make bass amplifier sell and bass speaker. If it wasn't for reggae and dub, the big company them wouldn't say for design new bass, because rock and roll no have no bass in it.
Yeah, they don't have that. He's absolutely correct where that is concerned.
Yeah, man.
He's absolutely right where that is concerned, you know, and I must say that one of the biggest failures of successive PNP and GLP governments in Jamaica is that, you know, with Marcus Garvey emphasizing the importance of science and technology, is that a lot of our brilliant sound system engineers who built amplifiers
like
Seymour Stereo Williams from Spanish Town, Irving, Tubby's, Honey from Greenwich Farm, you know, a lot of them and so on, that they were not harnessed and encouraged by the government, so that these brilliant Jamaicans would have been able to make amplifiers that would sell to the rest of the world.
But scientists just a design some bass box amplifier where I say somebody where them did not tell for 60, I tell for 20,000. Him just design some, I tell you the exact way I design it, and they amplify them. When he put it on the market, I mean, so it's like him should have there, so I do this and him gone, him there clear earlier.
Precisely. And then what we would have, we would have these brilliant African scientists from Jamaica now with them name brand products instead of having these foreign companies making so much money selling this kind of sound system equipment when we are the ones who created it in the first place.
Make them use bass. We make them use bass. No bass never in the other music. We make them use bass. It's a good point that the Virgin make.
Yes, and at this point I have to big up the first sound system amplifier builder. This year is 100 years old. The great Headley Jones.
Yes,
Headley Jones.
He was the head of the Jamaica Musician Association.
Yes, November coming, he will be, I think the 12th of November, he will be 100 years old. My father's friend, a man who I know from a little youth in Spanish Town, when my father, when he had a club here off the Wax Road, the great Headley Jones. Yes, the first sound system amplifier builder in the world, because before what them only had was PA systems. And we have genius like that. Yes, exactly. The great Headley Jones, genius. A man who invent the electric double guitar thing and so on. So many of our brilliant people in Jamaica have not been encouraged, and then you have foreigners imitate what our people in Jamaica have created and become multi-millionaires. Look on all the Japanese guy there who died the other day with them equipment, you see near Roland. And them thing there. But our people have been making all kind of musical things, and then foreigners come and just copy our thing with some imitation version and make the money. And become wealthy. So I'm really glad that you do that with scientists, and I'm definitely going to listen to him on YouTube and all strength to scientists, man. Another great Jamaican sound engineer. Yes, they started out at Tubby's, and you see that Lone Ranger album for Studio One, and so his scientist was the engineer and that. Yeah, man, really good.
We do a tour of California, and he was the engineer. One of the tours that we do at California, he was the engineer too. The last time we go to California, he was engineer.
Yeah, brilliant engineer. I remember years ago, them had this place over by Camden Town, we call Town and Country. Them call it Forum now. And Judy Mowat was on the show with some other thing, and he was the engineer. And man, the sound that he gave as the PA engineer, perfect.
Yeah, man.
Perfect. I mean, he's a real professional.
Yeah. We have to move.
Real professional.
We have to move.
All right, blessed love.
I tell the history of that tune now where Miss Lou said she teach him to sing the song. And she never tell him about no 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot bunch, because Jamaican, when they talk about banana, hand them talk about 6 and 7 and 8 and bunch. And she said the boy was right about 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot bunch. And big laughing.